much still.
Yeah.
Like all fours, I do it a little for a little bit, and then I just start backing off.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I know, right?
Better. It's when you're in pain, it's terrible.
Okay, for those of you at home, you see everyone just meandering
I'm
around.
gonna try to move tomorrow's Thursday, right? So
Yeah.
tomorrow would be the last day.
Yeah.
I'll bring it down.
Okay.
Or-
Yeah.
I have money for you too. Yeah, I'll Rachel, I have money for you too.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
give
yeah,
it to
yeah.
you.
I brought that inside.
Life is such a wonderful journey.
It really is. Okay, sitting head, neck, and trunk straight. Chin is parallel to the floor. Let's begin Kapalabhati, either my rhythm or yours, you decide. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha tat savitur virginium, Bargo devasya dhimahi, Dio yonaha prachodayat, Om Bhurva Swaha, tat savitur virginium, Bargo devasya dhimahi, Dio yonaha prachodayat, Om Bhurva Swaha, tat savitur virginium, Bargo devasya dhimahi, Dio yonaha prachodayat, Om Bhurva Swaha, tat savitur virginium, Bargo devasya dhimahi, Dio yonaha prachodayat. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Asatoma Sajagamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya, Om Sahana Bhunju, Sahana Bhunaktu, Saha Viryam Karvavahe, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidhishavane. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Allowing the eyes to remain shut and begin to make infinity signs going to the lower right. Varying the size and the speed. Next time the eyes approach the starting point, allowing the eyes to stop and then reverse, going to the top left. Next time the eyes approach the starting point, allowing the eyes to stop. Softening to the back of the skull, bringing the palms together, rubbing them together. Get lots of heat, lots of energy. And when you feel the heat, felt the palms over the eyes. Taking the energy from the crown chakra, directed through the arms, the forearms, the palms, back into those eyes. And then once the heat begins to dissipate, gently give the eyes, temples, cheeks, anywhere that needs any extra touch, any extra healing. Go ahead and open the eyes. Take your left hand to the right knee and your right hand to the left knee, and just begin to pull across. And then if you can lower down. If you're not, you can't get to the floor. You've got levels with the block that you can play with. And you can place the forehead on the block. So try to keep a firm grip on those knees. Or maybe you can even walk a little bit more.
The back is straight.
Yeah, the back as straight as you can get it. Keep it, for sure. This is nice because it gets into some of those little nooks and crannies that can sometimes be ignored, forgotten. So a couple more breaths here. With the inhalation, bring it up. Switch it so the opposite hand is in front, and the same thing, you take it down.
Flowers have lasted a long time.
This is a different one.
Oh. I'm like, they're beautiful. They've been so good.
These have lasted. This is over a week for these. I'm still.
Which is a long time for, those are Gerber daisies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and then bring it up. Right hand to the left knee and go into a twist. Decide if you want to look over the back shoulder or over the front shoulder. If you look over the front shoulder, you can actually angle the chin down a little bit and then pull the ear back, and you might get a little bit of a different stretch. And then release, switch it. So the same thing, decide how you want to look. So as much as you can, press firmly through that right leg. Unwind. Quickly switch so the opposite leg is in lead position. And we're going to start the same thing over again. And it might feel a little bit weird because we have the non-dominant leg in front. Or you might find that you have more range of motion here than you thought you did. But this is part of that practicing being present in the body, having that awareness. And the more awareness we have, then the more we can stay on that side of challenge and not on the side of strain. The inhalation, lift up, cross over, so the opposite arms in lead. And release. We're going to twist to the right first this time. So you have the same options. There's a beautiful quote by Tagore that I'm going to butcher, but we'll understand what it means. He talks about, we say, we're excited, 'tis the morning, we're excited that a new morning is here. But then we treat it the same as yesterday. And how we should embrace each new morning, each new day, the way that a child embraces life. A child's excited to see rocks. A child's excited to see the clouds, right? They have this enthusiasm. A child doesn't come back through center and then take it to the second side. The child doesn't wake up the morning and it's like, God damn it, I couldn't fucking walk yesterday. And then beat himself up because he couldn't walk, or I couldn't get food in my mouth. What a fucking idiot.
That's right. It's so true.
It is true,
It's
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So so I couldn't do it yesterday, but wow, look at this rock.
Let me put it in my mouth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, right?
Kind of, like kind of one.
Mm-hmm. But we don't embrace the morning. We treat it just like yesterday, and we're miserable because of what happened the day before. Or we wake up with these really grand thoughts of, oh, this is going to be a great day. And then something happens, and then we're thinking about that all day long. And unwind. Push the legs forward. Give them a little shake. Immediately draw. So let's start with the left foot on the inside. And actually, let's use a block. So place the foot on a block. Take your right hand around and go into that twist. So we're going to twist. Try not to let that leg drop out. So you've got the arm there. So squeeze it. Give it a little bit of, and you can actually press the leg into the arm a bit here. So the block might make it a little bit more challenging for you. Or the boys. Anyone who has an animal knows this is true. You're sitting there and you're typing something and you're doing something, and they come over. And if one comes over for a kiss, the other two is going to come over for a kiss. And you're like, boys, not right now. I can't give you a kiss right now. And they'll walk away, And 10 minutes later, they're like, okay, maybe now she's ready. They're not, oh my God, she rejected me. And we're so miserable, right? So we feel somebody rejected us. Or somebody did us a wrong. Somebody owes me an apology.
Mm.
And we hang on to that. We don't come back 10 minutes later and say, hey. Instead, we feed our pity. We feed our, oh man, she doesn't like me. He doesn't like me. Come back through center, flip that block to the outside and twist it.
Would you push your leg out into your arm or pull it in towards your
You want to kind of do both, actually.
go back and forth?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of like this tension between the two, so you're not letting it go either way.
Okay.
If you want, you can lean back and bend that leg. But you'll notice that the foot is going to really want to roll. Don't let it roll. Couple more breaths here. Much as you can, really try to press that foot flat into the block. And unwind, and let's start the same thing on the second side. Let's start with the block. And we take it around.
It's not one of us, is it?
No. If the boys held it against me, I'd probably tell them once a day, no kisses now. If they held that against me, think of how miserable their lives would be. They would be beside themselves with pain, right? With suffering. My mom doesn't love me. My mom won't let me kiss her. They would be completely miserable. But they're not, because as soon as I say kisses, they're all there, ready to go at it.
My head just popped up. Just saying. Really? No.
Okay.
I'm there for it.
Put this gate down. Okay, then. I'm about to kiss you.
Up to the K word.
Right.
Gotta spell it.
Exactly.
Oh, you have to. They're smart enough, they know the spelling.
Right. She's like, you know what she said.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me sound it out for you.
Know it when you see it.
Oh.
You just have to think it.
Mm-hmm. Totally. I went and met Allie, the boys and I went and met Allie for a walk yesterday. So go ahead, lift it, block over. After you're here for a few breaths, if you choose, go into that twist. And I didn't say anything to them, but they, from the time we got up, as soon as practice was finished, they were just going crazy. Because they're like, we're back. And then poor Robbie got hoodwinked and had to go with Rachel by himself. She took him for it and gave him a bath. It's so sad.
Hoodwinked.
It's literally the most depressing.
I didn't get to go for the walk with the other boys.
No, he did. He
Oh.
went for the walk.
And I even took him for a walk. The whole time he was just so sad.
Aw.
That's okay.
But when he came back, he didn't hold that against us. He wasn't like, you sent me by myself.
So then she just had the door like, bye, Robbie, have a great life.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Set me up for failure.
I love that photo behind you. Can't stop
I
looking at
know, I do too. I love it. I cannot believe how you nailed Robbie's eyes, man.
it. Yeah.
They are something. They're fun to paint.
So simple but so expressive.
Mm-hmm. So there are many things we can learn if we just pay attention. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, it's a new morning. How are you going to act?
Might be a little bit obnoxious.
Okay, so we just said, so it looks like 2 people just joined us, which I don't think that is really true since it's a short class, but maybe so. Buenas noches. I want some Jose Cuervos. Hello.
It's huevos, rancheros. Thank you.
Oh,
You
Lord.
got it. You know it.
By the way, never say it like that in an authentic Mexican restaurant. They look at you like you're fucking nuts.
You know, that's on them.
Sorry.
And think about it, you could have beaten yourself up about that afterwards and
No,
been miserable, but we've had so much fun with it.
I went back to Sam, I was like, dude, that she'll never believe what they did to me.
It's worth the story.
And release. Push the legs forward, give it a shake. Immediately draw the legs in. If you need to, I want you to sit on a block. Otherwise, left hand to the outside, we're going into another twist.
Twist it out.
Twist it out. Right hand, you can wrap it around. Whatever you need to do. Yep. Keep squeezing the legs together. They're going to want to splay open.
They do.
We are not airing out,
That's next week.
right? Airing out comes on Sunday. So please come relatively clean.
Not like last time.
Why are Sundays for airing out?
Just randomly.
Okay.
Today. Really, every day you should air out a little bit.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
we're being honest.
Right. I could see Sundays being a good air out day.
Before the start of the week.
Yeah, or just like it's the day of the sun, so like go outside and sunbathe nude or something. Air out.
That's a good way to air out. Switch the twist. Keep squeezing those legs together.
Don't be a hoe.
You said that etches legs like,
Right.
Sorry. Wrong twist.
Unwind, come back to center, immediately push the legs forward. Take your left or your right hand, slide it down, and bring your left hand behind.
Are we posted up on the block?
No, you can come off the block. Find the gaze that once again feels appropriate.
Is the arm this way?
Um,
This way.
No, the palm faces.
Okay.
Yep. Mhm.
Thank you.
And you can have the arm placement anywhere that feels really appropriate for the shoulder. And you can, even if you want, you can work on wrapping it around the thigh.
It's interesting. My fingers are right here.
Mm-hmm.
But I go
There we go. I can twist it. There you go.
And then switch it.
That's a good one for opening that shoulder. Right? Mm-hmm.
With the exhalation, release, immediately pull the legs in. So I want the feet and legs touching. Same thing, we're not letting anything drop out. Left hand wraps around, right hand comes around. If you want, you can, same thing, you can wrap it, you can put it on the floor, you can keep it high. Find the gaze that is appropriate. Keep the spine as long as you possibly can. Switch sides.
Just turning my head. Oh, Carly. Just whipping that head around the
Can I be your student every time?
Yeah, I would love it. Actually, I will learn so much. No, it was really wonderful. Really.
It's too fun.
And then unwind, separate the legs. So I want the feet just slightly wider than the hips. Right hand, so you have some options. You can just slide the right hand through. Maybe you can work it around. If you can wrap it.
Oh.
Gaze, once again, find the gaze that is appropriate. And when you find the gaze that you want, maybe shift the head and neck, or the neck and the chin up and down a little bit until you find a spot that feels really good. So try not to collapse the left shoulder, try not to round, but really open as much as you can. Put as much effort into it as you've got. Unwind, take it to the second side. draw the legs just slightly in towards each other. Good. Line, bring it back up, push the legs forward, turn to the left as much as you can. I do not want the right sitting bone lifting at all, so use blocks if you need to. Walk it out, you can stay high or you can drop it low. Walk it back up, take it to the second side. Walk it down. You know, I think that we have the right opinion that everything we consume we have to digest, but we don't have right knowledge. Because if we had right knowledge, we would be so much more mindful of what we consume. I had an experience today when, so the man who did the picture of Swamiji, which should be coming any day now, he really wants to do another picture. So I have several pictures of Swamiji on my phone, and sometimes I just pull them out and go through them and look at them. And then bring it up. Keep the right leg out, take the left leg. If you want Janu Shirsasana, that's fine. Otherwise, stack those knees. Walk it forward. So I had been looking at them, and then I put the phone away, and G and I took a short nap this afternoon. And when I was dreaming, and in my mind, right, I was going through those pictures again in my mind. And it's like, okay, I mean, that of something to have to digest and process, pictures of Swamiji is very easy digesting. You know, it's like if I take a bowl of spinach or 5 Twinkies, it's going to be much easier for my body to digest the spinach than it is for the Twinkies. So if we're sitting there and scrolling on social media and getting really involved in whatever nonsense is on social media, we have to digest that. It is stored somewhere. Many times our dreams in the night are we're just clearing and processing what happened during the day. But what doesn't get cleared and processed goes into the subconscious, and it stays there because we still have to digest it. Okay, you can stay there, or you can bring that leg back. So the knees can stay stacked with the legs back, or you can work on taking the shins, so the shins are parallel to the short line of the mat. And then the same thing, you're going to come forward.
That's a very interesting point on sleep. They said the reason why you sleep is you have reactions during the day. You said the reason that's why yogis don't sleep as much. They don't react so strongly. They don't have to digest as much stuff at night.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Because if you are working on staying neutral, you don't have those highs and lows that you have to process. It goes back to what we were talking about earlier, right? The morning's fresh. We're not trying to process what happened the day before, making this the next day miserable. It's really quite beautiful because God's neutral. God doesn't ride highs and lows, that's on us. It's that awareness that everything happens for us, not to us, so why shouldn't we be grateful for it? Okay, you can stay here. If you want to get a little bit more, a different kind of stretch, you're going to take your right hand, slide down. You can use blocks too, and then you bring the opposite arm up. And then if you want to kind of play around a little bit. And try not to let anything lift. So you want to keep everything grounded.
Even your sit bones.
Even.
I think that was the first thing she was referring to.
Yeah.
I like it. Even the thing that's lifting.
Are you sure am I doing this right? I can really do.
Feels real good, doesn't it? Feels real good.
It's weird how the outer hips, at least for this body of mine, they get so tight, the outside hips. It's a very calm and tight place.
Hips are huge storage depots, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like these hip stretches.
It's our coffee routine.
Hip stretches and coffee.
And then bring it up, and then you're going to do the same thing. And you're going to notice one side feels different. Keep the sitting bones down on this side too.
What?
So start when you're looking at something, when you're reading something, when you're talking to someone, when you're watching something, ask yourself, is this going to be easy for me to digest later? Because if it's not, is it worth it? It takes a lot of energy, and then there's still remnants left. Bring it up. Push the legs out, give them a shake. Let's start the second side. So John, use your socks, so you can stack. And take it down.
No.
It should be that one.
You'll feel it in the
So you stay here with the leg extended for a few breaths. Could you imagine if a child, a toddler, woke up the next day and like, I can't believe I shit myself.
Like 7 times.
I can't do it today, it's too much.
Can't watch cartoons now.
I don't deserve breakfast.
Right?
Mom, I don't want your boob.
We think it would be really ridiculous, but the stuff that we fester over, isn't it just as ridiculous? Mm-hmm. Okay, bring it up. Unless you want to stay there, you can bring it back so you can stay here. You can take the legs out. Stay there for a few breaths, and then the same thing, you'll go to the side.
I feel like I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble tomorrow.
Because you're going to wake up and be really excited that the new day has begun.
I'm gonna start putting shit in my mouth.
That's what you need to do.
No need to call poison control. We're good.
So go ahead and take it to the side. But what if we just started looking at every experience, right, as, okay, this was an experience I was supposed to have to learn something. What was I supposed to learn? Why was I supposed to learn this? Instead of berating ourselves and belittling ourselves. This is just an experience that God wanted me to have. And eventually we get to that place where it's just God having that experience. Because that's who we are, right? We're an aspect of God. And then there's no labeling it. It's just an experience. Bring it up. Take it to the second side. But until we get there, just think of it. This is an experience I was supposed to have. To remove something, some contaminant from my heart so that my God light can shine. Actually, the God light is always shining, but we have to remove all of the stuff in front of the God light so that it can shine, so that it can be seen. Because if we say that, so that God light can shine, we're saying that the soul is dim, and the soul's never dim. The soul's never troubled. The soul's never damaged. You don't need to do soul work. It's like saying God needs to do some work. God's perfect. We need to perfect this.
You're quoting Rachel.
You right?
I know, that's what I was thinking. You're right. That's like Rachel's reverberating in here with me.
And bring it
Her
up.
mantra.
Push it out. Give it a little shake. Walk it forward.
All right. Those hips say thank you.
Mm-hmm. They're going to go really loose. Hi. Hey, Gail.
Oh, girl.
I've been thinking about you. coming Saturday, right? I know how to behave.
Not.
She's thinking this.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like Ed and I trying to say we know how to be normal.
What is
Right?
If normal's matching and
Normal
walking with what society says,
Not fucking
then
normal.
get out.
I feel like I'm providing good stories for people to go home and tell, you know. They're entertaining them. They don't know it. It's just weird guy. I know what I was doing.
With the inhalation, bring it up, Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet pressing into each other, heels. You can stay high, you can come forward, you can have the forearms on blocks, the hands on blocks, the head. With the inhalation, bring it up, slide the feet out so you have this diamond, and then take it forward again. Yes. About your effulgence.
That's right, because this is star.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Sanskrit term for this?
Tarasana.
Tarasana.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You are a star. We're stardust.
Isn't that your song?
It's like that common.
Why am I like on
Right?
Yeah, we play. So bright. So shiny. I was so surprised when you said
Swamiji did a practice with the Gayatri mantra in the sun, and for a period of time he had to actually wear sunglasses at all the times because his eyes were so bright, like there was so much power and energy in them, you couldn't look at them. That's intense. It's intense, yo. And with the inhalation, bring it up. Give it a little shake. And let's come to the back for relaxation. before you folks at home lie down, look, it's the boys. Yes. Rishi, Rumi, and Ron. I love this because you can only see their faces. I'm gonna keep it like this. But my arm's gonna get real tired.
28.
Right.
Are you counting down?
Rachel made that. I love it. And we allow the space at the crown of the head to relax. The space in between the eyebrows, relax. Temples, relax. Eyes, nose, mouth, relax. Chin, jawline, ears, relax. Neck, throat, relax. Shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, relax. Wrist, palms, fingers, relax. Tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back, relax. Chest, belly, all the internal organs, relax. Hips, buttocks, relax. Thighs, knees, shins, calves, relax. Ankles, heels, arches, tops of the feet, balls of the feet, toes, relax. The entire body has become totally, completely relaxed. Now returning to the breath, directing it to the toes and the fingers, and gently begin to wiggle them, allowing the body to stretch and to move. And when it is appropriate, bringing it to that seated posture. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu Ma Kashchit Dukkha Bhakpavet Om Shanti Shanti, Shanti. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all experience prosperity in everything. May all be free from suffering. Om, peace, peace, peace. Let me cherish those that God cherishes. Let me forgive those that God forgives. Let me love those
that God
Oops.
loves. We
love those that God loves. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you. See you. Well, I won't see you tomorrow. Kyler will see you tomorrow.